Vav of the side. And in the land of ancient wisdom, there lies a scripture that has stood the test of the time. A scripture that holds the key to unlocking the mysteries of the universe and has captivated the heart and the minds of millions for centuries. In my quest to go deeper in the understanding of manifestation and goal achievement, this one book keeps standing out to me time and time again, and its name is Bhagvat Geeta. Now, Bhagavad Gita holds the secret to the ultimate truth of life and the universe. A sacred book that has confounded and intrigued scholars and seekers alike for thousands of years. One verse that is most powerful yet most misunderstood that always intrigued me is कर्मण्यवाधिकारस्ते मा फलेषु कदाचन मा कर्मफल हेतुर्भूत ते संगोत्सि कर्मणि. This means you only have right to the karma and not to the fruits of your karma. Never consider yourself to be the cause of the results, nor be attached to the inaction. Now, in a world where our actions are driven by desire for rewards, this ancient wisdom holds the key to unlocking a path toward true enlightenment. This verse always bugged me because I thought how on the earth one could take actions without even being attached to the fruit of their labor. But as I explored the unexplored territory of quantum physics and understood the quantum model of reality, this verse started making perfect sense to me. All of a sudden, every single piece in the puzzle started to fit perfectly. In this video, we embark on a journey to decode this most profound verse of Bhagavad Gita from not only the spiritual point of view but also from the perspective of quantum physics. I am super excited to share this video with you. Let's jump right to that. Alright, so in order to break down the verse, let's understand the first part of it. You only have right to the karma and not to the fruits of your karma. Now, what is karma? Karma is not what goes around and comes around. Rather, karma literally means action. Now, the other name for action is intention, right? So, to fully comprehend this, we need to understand the key difference between the desire and the intention. So, desire and intention. If you look at the dictionary meaning of desire, it is feeling of craving, neediness and longing for something. When you need something, when you crave something, you create an attachment to it. And with attachment comes doubt. Think of it this way. Whenever you have an attachment to something like money, it is accompanied by doubts about losing it. When you fear losing it, you try to hold on to it firmly. This is you contracting yourself and being needy. When you have this inner knowingness that money is always going to be there, you are no more attached to it. You are appreciative and you feel gratitude for this, but you are not attached and identified with it. So feelings like gratitude, feelings like unconditional love and appreciations, they are expanding while holding on to something, clinging on to something, aka desiring, is contracting. In expanding feeling, you are more open, you are ready to give and serve other, and when you are open, guess what? You are ready to receive as well. In contracting feeling, you are closed off, thus you are not ready to receive. Intention, on the other hand, is your resoluteness to act and have. The intention is very close to action, but it is not the action itself. The intention is not even the decision. The intention is something that even precedes the decision. So it is very subtle to explain, but just think of it this way. When you raise your hand, raising the hand itself is the action. Just before raising your hand, you made the decision in your mind. But it's also not the decision that raises the hand, right? You can have a very firm decision, but the hand won't move because the decision is just the rationalization of resoluteness in words. But the intention is something that actually moves your hand. You see what I mean? The intention is something that executes the decision in action. This is your resoluteness to act. I hope that is making sense. Now, there is a very thin line between desire and intention. So, think of it this way. When you desire something, it means you are not sure that you can experience it in your reality. When you know that you are going to have it no matter what, and you don't doubt it a bit to materialize, you simply act. So, desire is the fundamental assumption that goal will not be achieved. The intention, on the other hand, is the fundamental assumption that goal will be achieved. When you desire something, you build resistance to it. So just do a quick exercise with me. Think of raising your hand and now keep desiring to raise your hand. Just intensely desire to raise your hand, and you will notice that you will start to feel resistance within you. When you simply raise your hand without even thinking, without even doubting, this is the intention. Like, have you ever doubted that would you be able to move your hand or would you be able to walk? You don't even contemplate that, right? You simply act. So, as I said, intention is very difficult to explain because it is very, very nuanced. Even action is not the intention, even decision is not the intention. Before you decide to act, the intention was already made. So, in simple words, we can say that desire is the concentration of attention on the goal, the intention is the concentration of attention on the movement toward the goal. Now, there is a very powerful book called Reality Transurfing, which is written by Russian quantum physicist Vadim Zeland, and in his book, Vadim has presented the quantum model of reality. So, Vadim has argued that there are two types of intention. One is the inner intention, and the other is outer intention. Inner intention is the resoluteness in your decision to act. This is when you decide to take massive actions to get something, to achieve something, and there is a resolve in you to act. In a way, you are launching an attack on the world and you try to impact the world directly with your actions. So, inner intention is your personal intention. It is like your ego, like I'm going to make it happen, I'm going to grind, I'm going to hustle, and I'm going to get to it no matter what, right? The I, the ego. Now, the inner intention is no way bad, rather, it is far more better than desire alone, but the inner intention has its own limitation. But there is much more powerful intention at our disposal, and that is outer intention. Now, before I explain the outer intention, let's look at the second part of the verse, and it says, never consider yourself to be the cause of the result of your actions, nor be attached to the inaction. Here, Lord Krishna is saying, don't consider yourself to be the source of the results because it comes from the higher power, something much, much bigger. And you don't get attached to inactions, right? You don't sit idly wishing for things to happen. You have to take the actions. That's why I said inner intention is also very, very necessary. Your resolve to act is very crucial. Now, please keep this verse in mind while I explain the outer intention. The outer intention is the universal intention that is connected with your personal intention. So, in simple language, we can say that outer intention is the resoluteness in your decision to have. This is the force that has power to move the mountain. If you look at the ancient pyramids, to this day we have no idea how they were built. Each stone block of pyramid weighs around 2.5 tons. But to this day we cannot tangibly say how they were built. But the outer intention is the one that has power to build the pyramids. But this outer intention is yours and not yours at the same time. The reason it is not yours is because you have no control over it. You cannot activate the outer intention at your will. But everyone has felt the outer intention on their side in their lifetime. So, has it ever happened to you that you wanted to achieve something, like you wanted a job and you were giving interviews after interviews and getting no result? And as you were about to give up, one day out of nowhere you got a call from the company of your dream and you went through the interview and you got selected. Like you couldn't even believe how everything aligned itself so perfectly, just like a dream. Or you might be looking for a partner for your dreams, but you couldn't find it, and as you accepted that maybe you are going to be single for the rest of your life and stop bothering about it, one day out of nowhere your partner of dreams appeared. This is the outer intention. So, if inner intention is the concentration of attention on the process of moving in the direction of your goals, the outer intention is the concentration of attention on the how the goal realized itself. Outer intention is how the goal can be realized on its own accord at the right time without you even moving a finger. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that you don't have to take the actions. You have to take the actions, but the actions that you take, they should be more harmonious without ego and trusting the universe, trusting your reality and going with the flow of the life. If you really want to achieve great things in your life, unthinkable things, it cannot come from inner intention alone. You need to have outer intention in your favor. And this outer intention is the universal intention. That's why Lord Krishna said, never consider yourself to be the cause of the result. It is this universal force, you can call it God, you can call it nature, you can call it reality. This powerful force is behind the results of those goals. And the outer intention is behind all the miraculous results. Now there are three preconditions that needs to met for you to activate the outer intention, and that can be summarized in Bhagvat Geeta chapter 12 verse 13 and 14. Those devotees are very dear to me who are free from malice toward all living beings. They are free from attachment to possession and egotism, of firm resolve and equipoised in happiness and distress, steadily united with me in devotion in mind and intellect. So let's break them down. The first condition is that the goal that you want to achieve, it should be in collective favor of the entire humanity. Now what that means is that your goal should be something that favors the other as well as you. It should not be selfish. If you want to make a lot of money, do it in an ethical way so that it empowers and benefits you and the others. It should be a win-win. So let's say you want to make a lot of money, and if you do it by deceiving and having malicious intent toward the others, eventually you will get caught up and lose everything. Think of the scammers that are out there. No matter how much money they make, they ultimately get caught up and face the wrath and pay for their sins. On the other hand, let's say you have a service or a product that is very valuable and it benefits the other. Not only you are going to make a lot of money, but also your customers are going to be benefited from it, right? Think of the companies like Amazon, Apple and Google. They provide excellent value to their customer. That's why they are thriving. So your goal should be in collective favor of the entire humanity. That's why Lord Krishna mentioned, those devotees are very dear to me who are free from malice toward all living beings. Now the second criteria to activate the outer intention is the complete detachment from the end goal. And this is where most people get confused, because they take this statement too literally. They're like, if I'm not attached to my goals, how I am going to achieve it? Well, this is the catch. When Lord Krishna said, do not attach to the fruits of your karma, what he really means is the desire. Do not get attached to your desires. Desire itself leads to nothing. On the contrary, the more intensely you desire something, the more you doubt the possibility of getting to it. That's what Krishna said about their devotee. They are free from attachment to possessions and egotism, ever content of firm resolve, equipoised in happiness and distress. When you operate from the intention and do not attach to the fruits of it, outer intentions comes in your favor and your goal is realized itself. Think of an artist. When an artist is immersed in his art, in his creation, does he even bother if he ever going to make money from his craft? No, he does it because he enjoys it. And when he is completely detached from any desires, desire to get money, desire to get fame, guess what? People start to appreciate his art and start buying his art, right? Money comes automatically. If you look at the people who are very successful in their field, you will find one thing in common in all of them. They just love what they do. When they start doing it, they never cared about the money. They didn't do it to brush their egos. They did it because the experience of doing it itself was so enjoyable. That's why fame and money simply follows. That's why you must work from this place of pure intent. If you achieve your goal, good. If not, no problem. Something else, something even better is out there for me, right? And the third condition to activate the outer intention is that there must be unity of heart and mind. Whenever your heart and your mind comes together, our desire is materialized. So in other words, when your emotions and when your thoughts, they are in alignment, there is unity in them, that's when things materialize in physical reality. That's why Lord Krishna said, steadily united with me in devotion and dedication in mind and intellect. That's why you see that simple minded people very easily they get to their desire. Why? Because a simple minded person just go to the temple, pray in front of the God and says, God, I want this and I want you to help me to get this. I don't know how I'm going to get to my goals, but you just make it happen. And their goals do get actualized, because when they pray, they cultivate this faith and their heart and their mind comes in harmony. They get in complete alignment. But a hyper rational person can't see how he can get to his goal. He has so many doubts, so many questions, and he does not trust that he can get to his goal. It is very easy to have heart and mind synchronicity in negative expectation than in the positive ones. That is the reason why our fears are easily manifested in comparison to our desire. Whenever you are in fear, you have these fearful thoughts and fearful emotions. They are in complete alignment and your worst fears do show up. But when we think of our desires like financial freedom, having a loving partner, having a happy and peaceful life, we always have doubts around them. It is easy to get heart on board or easy to feel the emotions of manifesting your desires, but the mind does not get on board very easily, because the mind is very rational and very logical and it needs proof to believe in something. It's like the heart is the feminine energy and the mind is the masculine energy. When feminine and masculine energy comes together, creation happens. I have created many videos on how to reprogram your mind. You can go and watch them to see how you can have your heart and mind aligned to achieve your goal. But that can only be possible when your desire has completely transcended into the intention. Now, what I want you to do is to click on this video where I have gone into detail about how you can transcend your desire into intention. I have explained the 4 stages that desire must transcend in order to manifest in the physical reality. So click on this video and I will see you guys there. Thank you so much for watching. Love and peace.